Okay, if this is the setup that you have and you want to keep upkeep on it, here's what you do. This is going to be done every 2 weeks. First thing you're going to do, you're going to make sure you turn your pump off. Then you're going to come over here, make sure this valve is off so that the water doesn't come in from your pool skimmer. And he said that you have the leapfrog system. So the other thing you want to do is this little clip on here. You're going to pop that off, put it up because you don't want to lose it because you're going to be using it again. Then push this down. Make sure that you get that into the little track there. That way water doesn't come in from your output. Then to change your chlorine tablets, all you got to do is just, we're going to spin this off. After I throw the phone. Once you have it done, it's real simple. You just spin it. You actually have two of these in here. The inner one is the one that has all the chlorine tabs. This is the one I'm replacing. It's been a couple weeks, as you can see. Just draining the water out of it. Come on, there we go. Then, as you can hear, it's empty. If you were to grab a new one, that's where your chlorine tabs are in the new one. This other filter here, this only gets replaced once a year, if they didn't tell you that. That's got all the other chemicals that your pool generally needs, but it's a once a year replacement, normally at the beginning of the season. As for the chlorine tabs, now the little blue cap, yours might be a different color cap depending on where you bought it. You just pop that cap off. I'll set you down for a second here. So that you got that, just like that. Then you just put it in, it'll line itself up. You'll feel it. You know, you're gonna get water, don't worry about it, but it should get it to where you can't spin it. Means you've got it in place. You just take that, screw it back on, make sure it's tight. Doesn't have to be super tight, just tight enough that you know it's not going to leak. Chlorine tabs are now replaced, but I'm not done yet, because the second step that you want to do every 2 weeks is if you've got the same kind of filter that I do, then what you want to do is you got to get this cap off. Easiest way, come up here. This is just to release the pressure in here. So just like that, it's not gonna, you don't have to pull it all the way out, just so you know it releases the pressure. Then you've got these little things at both sides. You just pull it towards you on both sides and spin the top off. I'm setting you down again while once you have it, see now, I can just spin the whole thing so that the top is now unlocked. Then this will have water come out too. That's nothing, it's normal. There is your filter. What you will do with that, you will grab it, kind of move it around a little bit so that you can pull it out. You can see, if you look in close, it's got that little nasty stuff in there. You just grab a garden hose, spray it off real good. I have a low pressure power washer, so I use that. I'm not going to show you how to do all that. I mean, just spraying it off real good is all you're doing. But once you're done with that, all you would do is grab the filter, put it back in. I'm just going to show you how to put this all back together. Once you have that lined up, then you just grab your top again. The top does not, all that doesn't really matter. What really matters is that it's all the way down, just like that. You can have those little filters and all that, whatever way you want. Then you got to get that lined back up so that it spins back on. Eventually, just like that, it's not actually going to lock. You're not going to hear a click or anything. But once you know you've got it tight, that's all that matters. At this point, you're 95% done. Now what you would do, you would come over here, lift that back up, so as you can see, it's gonna unlock from that little, come on, just like that. That is where you need this again. You put that back on. It keeps that locked open is all that's for. You come back over to this one. You screw it back on so that now water will flow through. Oh, I forgot to close that. Not a big deal. A little bit of water dripped out. That's all. Close it back up. It doesn't have to be super tight. Hand tight is all you need. Once you got all that done, you come back, turn your pump back on. You know, they generally recommend just leave it on low 24 hours a day. Water's going back through again. And that's it, once every 2 weeks. Once you have that done, you let the chlorine go through the system for at least 24 hours. After 24 hours, you're going to get a sample of your water, take it into whatever pool place you use. They will do a test of the water to make sure that it doesn't need any other chemicals, because like right now with all this rain, I've had to add soda ash to help keep it clear, because the acid in the rain has been brutal this year because it's been nothing but rain. But that is all there is to changing out your chlorine tabs, cleaning your filter. That's every 2 weeks, and you should be good for the entire summer. And just make sure you take your water in a day to 2 days after you change your tabs.